Okay, guys, we have the Ten of Pentacles with the Knight of Wands next to the Queen of Wands. Let's do one more. All right, with the Emperor. All right, my loves. So just give me 1 second here and let me... Okay, so this is very powerful, Aquarius. This is regarding a profound shift in your personal energy, so you need to listen carefully. All right, this is meant for you to hear it today. This is for today and onward, but most importantly, this starts for you today. And what I want to say is, you right now, a profound shifting is happening within your energy. So the universe is wanting you to know that you are being called to step out of the wings and directly step onto the stage. Step onto the stage to your life's purpose. Okay? This is in regards to your authentic self, your life's purpose. All right? So outdated programs are being stripped away to make room for a radically authentic version of who you are. Okay? So with the Emperor here, this is what you're becoming. You are becoming even more so powerful, if it's even possible. Okay? So this is something you needed to hear today. Hopefully all of you are listening. Watching today's reading it's on point, guys. All right, let's continue. Let's go into these beautiful golden cards and see what other beautiful uplifting messages Spirit may have for you today. Okay. There's a person that you're close to that you've been trying to get on better terms with or good terms with, and you're finding it a little bit difficult because this is doable, okay? And you're very focused on this. This for you, this is not an if, it's a when. You are determined to get on the good side of this person, and you don't have any bad intentions or anything like that. This is just maybe a brother or a family member or a really good friend that you might have maybe they moved at one point, or you moved at one point, and there was some space created between you, or somehow you grew apart, but you used to be very close, and this is where your heart is moving toward now. All right, there are some things being thrown into the mix that are getting in the way. Leave it to me to keep doing that every reading, right, guys? It's becoming my MO, having the cards be upside down. All right, but I do see eventually you are going to be able to rectify that situation. And here we have the Queen of Swords looking for some balance financially. So there's some means of the way you're making your money that you're holding on to, and you feel that if you keep at this, you are going to see a justice. Okay, you are going to receive your balance and your justice if you stick with whatever this is that you're doing. And I have great news for you. Okay, I have the Ten of Pentacles here, which is saying exactly that. You're going to get all of your wishes and dreams. They are already in the pipeline, culminating for you. So this is, you're already a master at manifestation. A lot of you don't know this, okay? A lot of you, if you're on my channel and you're still sitting there saying, what is manifestation? Guys, you got to get a grip, okay? You got to dig in and find out what manifestation is. And actually, I'll take one fast moment and explain it to you. All right? So Manifestation is where we are right now. We're living in a biblical time. That's why everything seems so out there and weird and strange right now, right? We have two different timelines running side by side. We're watching the old guard being destroyed, an old third D way of living, the way we've been living, just being emotional all the time. Everything feels difficult and hard and, always trying to keep our head above water. Well, we're moving into something totally opposite of that, where life is going to be easier and we're going to see all these technologies we've never heard of that are going to make us feel wonderful, look wonderful. They're going to, we're not going to be living the way we were. We're going to all have enough money. Things are going to change very quickly, guys. All right, you're going to have enough money that you're going to be able to get that property that you want. You're not going to have to decide when you're in the food store or when you're shopping for clothing or whatever it is that, no, that's too much money. I can't spring for that this week. Or I have this bill that has to come first. You're not going to be in those positions anymore. Okay, so now I'm seeing this is love right here. This is love, and I am seeing this partnership that is manifesting. Oh, back to the manifestation. I'm jumping ahead. Okay, so manifestation is you are very gifted. You're an Aquarius. We're all gifted, but you're gifted in a different kind of way because you were the chosen ones in respect to agreeing to come back at this time, at this very time when we're going through all of this chaos and changes, when things are changing over into a life of joy for a change, right? So you're able to use your gifts to manifest in the things that you're wanting right now. And that is why, there are no such things as coincidences. So when you're thinking of someone and boom, they text you, within seconds, or, and you go, wow, what a, that's crazy. It's not, that's your gift. That is, clearly telepathy. That person picked up that you were thinking of them without being aware completely, right? But they just connected with you consciously when you thought of them, and they texted you or showed up or called you. So this is the manifestation era that we're in, and you can attract whatever it is you want if you're vibrating high and you're working on yourself. All right, so the way you manifest is just visualize what it is you want and visualize it with the emotion behind it as if you already have it, the excitement, the glee that you would feel if you really did have it. You're going to feel like it's already in your hands, so to speak, right? And you can do that if you can do that for up to 60 seconds without, having all these intrusive thoughts coming in, and that does take practice, okay? And when these intrusive thoughts come in, don't try to fight them. They'll come back harder. Just observe them and get your mind back to where you were. All right, do that, practice that. That is manifestation, and that is how you're going to bring in anything you want. You can even bring in a person that you want, okay, that way, okay? Everything should be on the up and up. No, weird black magic type things, guys. I don't delve into that, okay? So, all right, so let's continue. I'm seeing something here regarding love. As I was saying, the Lover's card is in the center for you today, Aquas, okay? You have it over the Justice card. That has powerful meaning, all right? This is not going to be any ordinary partner, although this is going to take some work between you and this person, because this person has something else going on in their life that is it's not going to be super, super easy, okay? This might be that they have children from another relationship or marriage, okay? Or this just might be something that is in addition to, it's not just this person. There's more in their life, okay? Not that it matters to you. It's not going to matter to you. You are going to still very much want to be with this person, and I'm feeling like this is going to be a very deep kind of relationship, very concentrated, very respectful, loving, close relationship. All right, and here I'm seeing there's a lot of defensiveness still. There's still some things, guys, I'm seeing that need to come to an end. Some things, it looks like you're doing a good job with that. Most things you've separated from that you know are creating unhappiness in your life, or they're feeling like baggage these days. These are situations that at one time made you happy, but now you're realizing you're in a different place mentally. You want different things. You've done a lot of work on yourself, and you're also coming into your authentic self. Some of you are already there. Okay, so you are getting this clarity about, everything that needs to go to the wayside, just like we talked about in the beginning of the reading, right? This is very important for you, Aquarius, as to, specifically today, going back to today, they want you to know this, that this is a time where your programs are being, they're outdated, and they're being stripped away to make room for a radically authentic version of who you are. And this is that card, okay? You are all becoming your authentic selves. And because of that, people are truly going to see that you are different. You are like leaders, okay? You are here to lead people out of this 3D dense way of life, okay? We're moving into 5D. We are currently, I believe, in 4D. Now, this is going to create a different kind of feeling in all of you, okay? It's going to bring in this lighter feeling, more joy, more happiness than you have felt in a long time, all right? And the clarity is going to have you celebrating, gaining clarity. A lot of you are getting the clarity that your souls are not aligned to your job positions anymore. Where at one time you were happy with the money you were making there, and you were happy with the job because you were making the money. But now you're starting to see you're moving away because you moved into your authentic self. You're moving away from the fakery. And a lot of you are in these job positions where you're seeing a lot of fake people, a lot of fakeness, a lot of, people putting money before humanity. And just, you want to do something different now. The things that are going to make you happy are the opposite of what you're doing, especially for a lot of you in the workplace, okay? I see that you're craving this balance and clarity about, where you're moving toward, where you want to move, what you want to move into as far as what type of work you want to do. And I am seeing there's a lot of money that's getting ready to start flowing, which is also going to be a celebratory time for you. You're going to get clarity on this, that, it's going to come in very powerfully. You have the Strength card on the opposite side of the Clarity card. So this is your gaining clarity, the clarity coming in a powerful, powerful way. And you are going to be celebrating, and you're going to be giving. You're going to have money coming in, flowing in, money flowing out. You're going to be wealthy. You're going to be prosperous. And you're going to be doing kind things for family members and other people, because that's who you are, Aquarius, okay? You are all very kind, generous people. Some of you have gotten hurt in the past. Other people have hurt you, okay, judged you, and left you feeling alone and left out in the cold. And because of this, you are, covering yourself, protecting yourself from the, not showing people, in other words, the kind-hearted person that you really are. But that is also attached to you coming into your authentic selves. So you no longer have to hide that part of yourself, because you have very close, tight boundaries around you. And now, because you're your authentic self, you have no problem telling someone no, or I'm not comfortable with that, or no, we're not going to do it that way. I'm going to do it this way. This is how I'm comfortable doing it. So you have no problem standing up for yourselves and, you know, stating it the way it's going to be good for you, okay? This is your victory. This is your new path, your new alignment toward your authenticity, all right? And this is going to grow exponentially within you. This is going to bring about all of your strengths that you know, didn't even realize were there before. This is going to be a time of reconciliation, I want to say, with who you really are. And your relationships, I just heard, are going to be all changed, or many of them are going through changes. The way that you interact and the way that you've interacted in the past with your relationships is changing, okay? And if your person who is in the relationship with you doesn't need to be romantic. This could be your relationship with your friends, with your family members, with your husbands, wives, significant, whoever, all right? If they don't, you know, they don't have to go along with everything you say. There is a meeting of the minds, but you are just getting such clarity right now that you are not putting up with anything or anyone, you know, trying to fit you in a box or trying to get you to go along with, you know, what Aunt Susie and Uncle Joey are doing or what they say you should be doing. You're not going along with that anymore, okay? And I do see that you have this decision today of two paths, okay? You can continue on the path that you're on in this moment, or like they said, guys, you can start understanding that your energy is being called to step out of the wings and come directly to center stage, okay? Your life's purpose is center stage now, today, starting today, all right? This is what is needed to fulfill your prophecy, your personal prophecies, or your personal, you know, whatever you want to call it. I am seeing with this Ace of Pentacles, this is a new beginning for you, a new start. So please perceive it that way. Make sure you're seeing it that way. All right. This is also going to give you a sense of freedom that now you are just you. You're not you and so because you're thinking you have to go along with so. You're not you and, you know, your parents or your significant who expect you to follow suit and do things the way they are supposed to be done. You're doing you for the way that it's good for you, okay? And you're not changing the good stuff, the kindness, the kind gestures that you are doing for others. You are growing in leaps and bounds with this. You're realizing that this is what 5D is all about. And because this energy is changing all around you, Aquarius, you are bringing in this Wheel of Fortune. You are helping to bring it in, okay, in a huge way, in a huge manner. If it weren't for you, I don't know if we'd be receiving quite what we're about to receive with this Wheel of Fortune. This is, again, wealth and prosperity. It's also angelic protections over the globe, okay? This is like the Wheel of Fortune is I'm getting global today, like a very global type feel. Angels everywhere, very powerful, angelic energies are everywhere. They're out in the ether. They're global. They're everywhere. They're looking over. Right now we're in a period of time where we are getting a lot of protection because we actually do need it. Okay, if you know anything of what's going on in the world, you are not fearful, but you know, you have a good idea what's going on, and you know we've been in a war, good against evil, and we have pretty much won that war. Okay, we've won the war. However, you know, we're at the end of this war, and you know, these certain energies, we'll say, are still trying to, they're throwing out their last breaths of air and trying to create as much destruction as possible. Okay? So, but what I am seeing here is I'm seeing a new start between a masculine and a feminine here. This relationship had its problems, okay? Especially here, I'm seeing alongside the masculine rather, I'm seeing a lot of stuckness. You were going through a lot of stuckness, and I feel like to a degree, this was a little bit of hard-headedness on your part, but you're changing your perceptions. You're opening up your mind now, and you're becoming softer, not in a bad way. You're still very manly, but you're becoming, you're softer. You're allowing your softer side to come out because you no longer have your ego. You've been working on that. You're working on yourself. So you're becoming more spiritual, and because of that, I'm seeing a lot of growth, and I'm seeing your relationship is now going to, it's going to be like a beautiful new beginning. And the woman that you're with is going to open up like a flower to you. And this is going to be very exciting for you in the relationship, because you are going to see that you could have, not that you could have, but you're going to wish that you had softened up a while ago, because it's going to make such drastic improvements in your relationship, and it's just going to soften the whole relationship. It's going to make it more loving. You're both going to become happier. This is going to truly be like a new beginning, a new start in your relationship, and you've been together for a while, okay? But you have a lot of history to stand on, and that is, also going to, all those memories keep you close, okay? So that is today's reading, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you're still with me, please like and subscribe. And have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow.